Spring football is almost here, and if you're an Ohio State fan, this is where things start getting really exciting, because while the Buckeyes are preparing for another championship push on the field, the future of the program is being shaped quietly but aggressively on the recruiting trail. Right now, Ohio State Buckeyes are laying the foundation for what could become a monster 2027 recruiting class, and they're already off to an incredible start. The Buckeyes currently sit near the top of the national rankings for that cycle, powered by early commitments from elite prospects, including the consensus top player in the country, DJ Jacobs, who many believe could be the centerpiece of the entire class. But Ohio State isn't done, not even close. As spring practice approaches, 3 additional 5-star prospects have emerged as top priorities, and landing even one of them would be massive. Landing all 3, that would be program-defining. These targets all play on the offensive side of the ball, and they each bring a different kind of impact that could shape Ohio State football for years to come. Let's start with wide receiver Monchon Sales, a dynamic playmaker out of Indianapolis who has quickly become one of the most electric prospects in the country. Sales is the kind of receiver who changes how defenses line up. Explosive speed, elite route running, and the ability to win contested catches make him a nightmare matchup at the high school level, and those traits project beautifully to the college game. What makes Sales especially intriguing for Ohio State fans is the context surrounding his recruitment. The Buckeyes have built an unbelievable reputation for producing elite wide receivers, and Sales would be the latest in a long line of 5-star talents at the position. What's different this time, though, is that this recruitment is unfolding during a transition period within the coaching staff, making Sales' serious interest in Ohio State even more meaningful. He has narrowed his list down to 4 schools, and Ohio State remains firmly in the mix, with momentum quietly building behind the scenes. If the Buckeyes can close this one, it sends a powerful message that the wide receiver pipeline in Columbus is still elite, still trusted, and still one of the best destinations in the country for top-tier pass catchers. Next up is offensive lineman Maxwell Hiller, a 5-star interior lineman from Pennsylvania who might be one of the most important recruits Ohio State is targeting, regardless of position. Championship teams are built in the trenches, and Hiller has the size, strength, and technical skill to anchor an offensive line at the highest level. What makes his recruitment fascinating is the competition. Ohio State is battling several SEC powerhouses, and right now, they're the only non-SEC program still standing in his final group. That alone tells you how serious the Buckeyes are about this prospect. Hiller's geographic ties to the region could play a role here, with Ohio State presenting a more familiar environment compared to the Southern schools on his list. For the Buckeyes, landing Hiller would be more than just a recruiting win, it would be a statement that Ohio State can go head-to-head with the SEC for elite linemen and win. That's crucial as the college football landscape continues to evolve and physicality in the trenches becomes even more important in playoff-level matchups. Then there's David Gabriel George, the 5-star running back who may have the most wide-open recruitment of the 3. George is an explosive, versatile back with the vision to find lanes, the speed to finish long runs, and the physicality to handle a heavy workload. Right now, Ohio State and Tennessee appear to be the programs with the strongest early traction, but this race is far from over. George is still evaluating his options, and spring visits, summer camps, and official visits could significantly shift the landscape. For Ohio State, adding a 5-star running back like George would perfectly complement their offensive philosophy, balancing elite quarterback play and receiver talent with a back who can control games late in the season. What ties all 3 of these recruitments together is timing. Spring football is a critical evaluation period, not just for the coaching staff but for recruits watching closely from afar. These prospects want to see development, energy, stability, and a clear vision for how they'll be used in the offense. Ohio State knows that getting these players on campus, especially during the summer, could be the difference between finishing second and closing the deal. Official visits, facility tours, player interactions, and seeing the culture up close all matter at this level, and the Buckeyes are positioning themselves to maximize every opportunity. If Ohio State can bring Sales, Hiller, and George to Columbus within the same recruiting window, it creates momentum that can snowball quickly. Recruits talk, they compare notes. And when elite prospects see other elite players seriously considering the same program, it reinforces the idea that something special is being built. The 2027 class already has star power, but adding even one of these 5-star talents would elevate it into another tier. Adding 2 would make it elite. Adding all 3 would make it legendary. As spring football kicks off, the attention will naturally be on quarterback battles, position battles, and early storylines on the field, but make no mistake, the future of Ohio State football is being shaped right now on the recruiting trail. The Buckeyes aren't just chasing wins this season, they're building the foundation for dominance years down the line. And if things break the right way with these five-star prospects, Ohio State fans could be looking at one of the most explosive offensive classes in the nation. Buckle up, because the next few months could define the next era of Buckeye football.